Trapbaby OTH. Make sure y'all check out Opposing Perspectives podcast. It is gonna be crazy. You hear me? Bang bang.
Like party that.
Listen, I look up ever so often to see y'all expressions in the back, see if y'all looking, y'all, you know what I mean? I saw y'all laughing, you know what I mean? Y'all was paying attention. So
yeah, 40
you know what I mean?
years of hip hop, 40 years of hip hop, and then you know, like when you watch it from a different perspective, because it's different levels of success and what people like consider success.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like it's dope hearing other people's stories.
Facts.
Real. But listen, we got a dope guest. But before we introduce him, we want to welcome Opposing Perspectives
Podcast.
I'm your host, Sadell.
I'm your boy James, aka Ralph's favorite in the building.
And Trapbaby OTH. You damn with OPP.
Yeah, you know me.
You can find us on all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, IG. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
And that notification bell.
Hey, let's go. We got, as he introduced himself, but we have a dope guest. He's in the new movie Sons of Sin. He has music with Fredthegodson, Gillie.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's everywhere. OTH, always out of town. Let's go.
Trapbaby OTH
How you feeling,
in the
man? How
building.
y'all feeling, man?
Just glad to have you here, man.
We appreciate you taking the time to come out here and just build with us.
Thank you.
Also, I just want to sound like, it was real dope meeting you. And the crazy thing is, when I met you, I'm talking to you and I'm like, we working and we're gonna go see the movie Sons of Sin. Chris Cream, we just had Apollo and Porter Ridge. Chris Cream, they did Chase Street, now they're doing Sons of Sin. And he was like, yeah. But the whole time, I don't even know that he in the movie. I'm at the premiere, I'm like, this dude knew everything that I was talking about. He just making sure that I knew what's going on out and about. I was like, ain't that some shit? But one of the things that he said was that, get with me, we definitely gonna do some work together, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. But
hold up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we begin, you brought that up when the first time you meet them, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna say no names, but I gotta ask a question. It was told that you G-checked somebody. You know what I mean? on the introduction. Like one of the gentlemen that was with them.
I wasn't gonna bring that up.
Came up and didn't even know who Bill was. And when we say Bill, we talking Bill Collector.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
He walked up. I don't know what he said because I wasn't there. But apparently he walked up like as if whatever. You know what I mean? And you kind of checked him like, you know who the fuck you talking to?
Yeah, you gotta know your history, man. Especially if you're gonna be a hip hop, but that's my brother, man. So I'm always gonna stand for my brother.
Facts.
It's the same way if somebody speak on y'all, I'm gonna stand for y'all. You know what I mean?
Right, real shit. If they speak on him, go ahead.
Yeah, it wasn't really. It wasn't really just like G checking him. It's about respecting the culture. It's about respecting your peers in the culture. You know what I mean? Because we don't do it for each other. Who the fuck gonna do it?
Real shit.
You know what I mean? If we don't salute each other, if we don't big up each other. You know what I mean? Protect each other, then you know what I mean. We leaving a lot of them to get slaughtered.
I agree.
Now, since my cousin brought it up, can you provide some clarification with G-Tech? When I think of G-Tech, I think of your big homie giving knowledge to you, putting you on game. There's some people that think G-Check means violence. I'm about to check you.
No. It's like putting somebody on game. Somebody unaware of what's going on. Now, if you use ignorance after that, then it's the big homie check. You feel me? Right. Slow down before I slow you down. You know what I'm saying? But like first and foremost, you always want to approach your man with respect. You know what I mean? Right. And respect is giving just due. Slow down a little bit. Check this out. You might be moving a little wrong here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me change your perspective a little bit. You know what I mean? And now that's each one teach one. You know what I mean? You just were speaking on it.
Now listen, we did get off track, but I do want to go back to tell the people who is Trapbaby OTH.
Trapbaby OTH, man, from North Philadelphia. You know what I mean? One of the original Kensington babies, man. And
Kenzo.
Out of town H, man. You know. I don't want to glorify the other side of life, but you know.
Right. So, are you? Do you deal with like Skrilla or any of the other young boys that come out of Kenzo?
Skrilla and them kind of like decades, but they
real young,
they babies,
right.
man. But that's Rod. I salute them. You know what I mean? They from right around the corner from me.
K-Dot.
Yeah, K-Dot. Well, K-Dot not from down there. I mean, shout out to my man Smoke. My man Smoke down. Yeah, K-Dot is down there right now. Right. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my man Smoke. He's down there. Okay. Shout out to Stack. Shout out to the News Cody gang. I mean, shout out to my man Cal. Sean Brown, Monster.
It's a bunch out there.
A lot of guys that come from that era, man. So shout out them guys, man.
Facts.
Now, I want to ask, when did you start getting into rap and entertainment? Was it before you went away, or was it afterwards?
My brother, he rapped all his life, man. Nicholas McVeigh. Yeah, he like my age, 20. Okay. That's my 20. He rapped all his life, you feel me? He always wanted me to rap. I got a different story with rap. I never gave a fuck about rappers. I kind of looked at rappers like they was frauds. You know what I mean? Because they was telling a story that we was already living.
Right. And you know they wasn't living that.
Yeah. We was protecting the rappers.
Right.
So my brother used to always be like, yo, you can rap. This one like fucking Rough House Records first started. We could have had a deal over there, but I ain't want to rap. I knew how to rap, but I didn't want to rap.
Right. So wait a minute, what made you say like, fuck it?
I was really outside. Some people born in it, some people choose to do certain things. I was born into a lifestyle.
Right.
So because I was like really outside, I just like my parents motivated me like, let me hear that. But I was really living it. So I ain't find the excitement in like standing front line talking about something I'm really living, because when I came up, certain things you just didn't talk about.
Right.
You kept your mouth closed about certain things. So it was good to hear people rap about it, you know what I mean? But me personally keep my space from it, because we was fighting 50 to 100 years, face on the news. I was watching people lose their life. My comrades, a lot of my comrades ain't here no more. So for me glorifying that in the middle of it just was a no-go.
Right, I feel that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what year was it that you decided to actually like put a song out, or, you know what I mean? Because did it start with you being an artist putting a song out, or was you like, you know what, I'm gonna just back somebody?
It started with me backing somebody. One of my little cousins, Craze. I started backing him first. I was working with Troy Shelton. Mm-hmm. Anybody knew Troy Shelton? Troy Shelton he started Def Jam with and all. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Troy Shelton was like my first mentor, and Shabazz Love. They call me Shabazz the OG now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what I was doing, I was going down Power 99, and I was like, this is probably like 2008. I was going down Power 99 throwing shows, and I was backing my little cousin, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And Troy Shelton and Shabazz was giving me a lot of game. Larry Tan, people of that nature. So I was doing business first, and I always used to write jots and things of that nature. So I ain't like the way like he was moving on my dollar. Mm-hmm. So I told my wife at the time, I was like, I'm gonna do this shit myself because I'm hotter than him anyway. You know what I mean? So ain't no need to put no money behind him. You know what I mean?
How long was you rocking with him before you realized like I could do this myself?
I was rocking with him we all grew up together.
Oh, okay.
But I noticed like since I started off with business, I noticed like rappers look for the handout.
Right.
And I said, I'm a hustler. I get money myself, so I don't fucking need nobody. Yeah, you know what I mean? What I'm putting the money behind for? Right. And I'm the one. You know what I mean? Respectfully, I'm the one.
Facts. I don't need no middleman.
I don't need no middleman.
You know what I mean?
It was cool, but
I love how you talk about yourself, man. Like, how you talk so positive. There's a lot of people, you just really confident. You know what I mean? Right. And I think that's dope. It's just good to see that.
Yeah, you're supposed to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you credit to that? Like, what part of your life or what experience do you credit to having that confidence? Like, at the end of the day, you know who you is. You know what
old heads, man.
You had good old heads.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Shaheed Morrison, man. Shout out to Bucky, man. The County King,
Bucky.
Man. My old heads, man. My old heads, they gave me some energy. Made me feel like I can do whatever I want to do in life. Like I was untouchable.
Right.
I mean, since a pup. So I've always been ahead of my class.
Right.
I mean, and not only just that, just overcoming shit. When you overcome shit, it just give you a different form of confidence.
Right.
I mean,
well, when you since you're talking about overcoming, I know there's some time when you went away. Can you
Went to
elaborate?
summer school.
No, that was prison. No, I had some as a juvenile, I was in and out of a lot of placements since 12 years old, you know what I mean? And then I was 17.
Youth Study Center?
Youth Study Center, House Corrections.
Vision Quest.
Right. St.
Glen
Gabe's,
Mills.
Glen Mills. Yeah, I did time in all them places, man. You know what I mean? At one point in time, that shit was like home. But I wound up catching some crazy shootings when I was 17. It was on the news, faced 50 to 100 years. Some people turned over on me that, you know what I mean?
What year was this?
2004.
Damn, okay.
About 2004. Yeah, man.
So at that point, where were you at in your journey? Like as far as the music and things like that?
I didn't care about music at that time.
At
that point, I was worried about being a one in the streets.
Right.
Yeah, I was situating my name in the streets, man.
And you knew you had talent though, but that was
my talent.
Right.
That was my talent. When you come under people, like I come under some folks, man. So
right.
You know what I mean? And like the streets was kind of different then. You know what I mean? So like that wasn't my talent. It wasn't kids running around doing certain things. I was 14, 15 years old, like with them guys doing big boy things. I wasn't doing little boy shit.
Right.
I was taking blocks down Kensington. I was taking blocks down there. I was running blocks down there. I was running grown men off of blocks down there. I was going to war with legendary people. So, I mean, I wasn't worried about no, you know what I mean? No
so
music.
Listen, hold up. So would you say when you sat down, is that what made you be able to detach yourself from that life?
No. Nope. I would be lying. It made me feel even more powerful because it's kind of like the game lied to you.
Right.
Like when you see the people that come before you, they be braggadocious about certain shit, right? And when you go through it, you're going through it thinking that it's going to be a certain type of experience, not knowing it's pushing you back 10, 20 years, right? So I'm embracing the lies. I'm embracing like people saying like, "Oh, you getting your stripes in here," not knowing I'm on a fucking plantation. Right. I'm losing all value to society. You know what I mean? So it took me a minute. The first time I went, I used to walk the track with this guy Primo from JBM. And he used to say, the more you make yourself expendable, the less of your value.
Damn.
And test the people you fell in love with to make sure they're the people you love. You know what I mean? So
say that again.
Test the people you fell in love with to make sure they're the people you love. You know what I mean? And expendable lowers your value. So meaning, right, I was doing a lot of, I was in the mix of a lot of actions with people, right? Thinking that my value was super high, but I was actually depreciating my value.
With every action.
Absolutely. And a lot of guys that was revered on the streets was actually like a shell of themselves behind a wall.
Turkey burgers.
No, not a turkey burger because they stood on business, but standing on business is like the dope game has been around 80 years. Mm-hmm. You got people doing triple life. Right. So they doing more time for a game than the game's been existing.
Facts.
Now they in there hoping, like praying that they get a second chance at something, and they never knew what they was doing in the beginning. So if you came in on the first wave of the game, right, you sacrificed the rest of your life for something that you never knew how it was going to turn out. Now in today's time, when you look at the game, it's trifling. There is no more game. Right. So 100 millions of people adapted a mind frame and sacrifice themselves for something that's non-existent now.
That's heavy.
That's real. So, let's talk about, you spent 10 years away in prison.
Yeah.
You come out.
You did a dime.
I did a dime. I gave them folks a dime.
Oh, shit.
So you come out and then, you start making music with Fredthegodson and Gillie. Is that how that works?
No.
Okay.
I dropped the song, right?
Let's go.
All right, I dropped the song. I started this group called Move Nation. You know what I mean?
Move Nation?
Move Nation.
Okay.
So that was my first group that I started. And I dropped the song, and DJ Johnny V, the voice of Powerhouse. Shout out to DJ Johnny V. Johnny V was rocking with me for years. Then I got booked again. And when I got booked again, I said, I'm turning this shit up again, man. I'm gonna turn this shit up another notch. You know what I mean?
You said the second time?
I'm set for a violation like a year. I'm gonna turn this shit up a notch.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn this shit up a notch. I came home, I turned that shit up a notch. You feel me? And I was running with Mayor Skid from Jesse Atkins. I won some awards at the Underground Music Awards. I was nominated for like 5 of them bitches. You feel me? Labels sending me all over the country for different shows, and I wound up catching another case, right?
Shit.
And in the middle of me catching this case, my lawyer said, John Wallfish, right? He said, John Wallfish and Greg Newman. He said, when they lock you up this time, they gonna keep you for a minute because they don't like the influence you got.
That's what your lawyer said?
Yeah. So my lawyer wound up getting locked up he wound up getting locked up for drugs too in the middle of my trial. No bullshit.
Yo.
You hear the audience laughing.
Greg Newman. If you look Greg Newman up, man, Greg Newman is locked up for distribution and manufacturing. So in the middle of me going to trial for my cases, he got locked up for his cases, right? So I was actually supposed to do like 11 months, but they overturned my state time and made me do 2.5 years again over because they wasn't satisfied with the time I got. Damn. So they made me do an extra 2.5 years. So I took that personally because I never cared about my consequences to whatever crime, but being as though they bamboozled me out of 2.5 years, I took it personal. So I really got to like the core of like our culture, our history. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And from there, I just went somewhere else. Man, I zoned out.
Yeah.
So in that experience, talk about the perspective that it changed to. Because you said you got into our culture and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like as a man, you should never cry about your consequences. Whatever you do, you should stand on it as a man. But when I realized how much power the system held, it just took me somewhere else.
You said never again.
I would never allow them to have that type of power over me. You know what I mean? Like I never allowed them to have it when I was there.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
But I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I started looking at everything from a different perspective. And then you watch like guys like, you know what I mean, us,
right,
color folks. You know what I mean? And when COVID came, I got a lot of homies that's in their death row, life in jail, you know what I mean? And they were separating these guys, taking their visits from, and I'm thinking like, I'm telling my homies like, yo, bro, I letting these people strip y'all of all this shit.
Right.
And that's what like the definition of slavery like really like hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when that shit really hit. And it's like, we was lined up for all this shit.
No,
it was a trap for most of this shit. And then we adopted it as a culture.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was like suicide in a way. You know what I mean? So now my thing is just, propel myself to the highest level so you can be an example. You know what I mean?
I was just about to ask you, like, because you talk about it being a trap. You know what I mean? Being out here in the streets is a trap. Like you said, the streets lie to you. And a lot of the little niggas don't realize that that's what it is. You know what I mean? They don't got thorough overheads.
No, the streets ain't lie.
No, the streets is a lie, is what I'm saying. The streets give you the truth. No, the
streets tell the truth.
You saying they tell the truth?
Yeah, them folks lie to you.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I mean? The streets tell the truth. The streets ain't, listen, the streets is the rawest form of the truth.
Okay.
It's the rawest form of the truth. When you see self-hate, when you see depression, when you see post-traumatic stress, I mean, it's the rawest form of the truth.
What's the game you give to the young boys that try to steer them?
Love yourself, man. That's the most you can give them. You'll love yourself.
They don't even realize that they don't.
They
know that,
they
right?
do. No, they realize it.
You
But it
think they
hurt.
do?
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. That shit hurt bad.
Yeah.
You got a lot of friends that's around you. That shit hurt bad. They tell you in private. They get up in the morning. That shit hurt getting out of bed, man. That pain hurt. And when you love yourself, man, when you love yourself, that shit like gas.
Right.
That shit push you and push you and push you and push you. When you look outside yourself, you break down more.
It's hard for people to love themselves.
No, it ain't. It's hard for people to focus on themselves.
Well,
because they focus on everything outside of themselves.
I agree with that. Because they think that those are the things that make them happy, to in turn make them love themselves.
Because they never had shit. When you're born with nothing, when you're born with nothing, you have everything to gain. And then there's a separation. So most people that's born with nothing feel like, damn, I'm never going to get shit. And every time they try to get ahead, they don't know how to get ahead. You know what I mean? And then they're around people that don't have nothing neither.
Right.
And them people, and when you're around people that don't have nothing, they don't want you to have nothing. So it's a sunken hole.
Right.
That's why the most important message is to love your motherfucking self. So that way you can detach from anything that's holding you back. Because if you don't love yourself, then you're gonna be miserable around miserable people.
And that keeps you from being dependent on someone.
Absolutely.
Game.
I want to go into you're a movie star. So of course there's a big movie I want to talk about, but of course there's movies prior to the movie I really want to get into.
Mm-hmm.
Can you go into that before we go into the movie I want to go into?
Absolutely. Well, Dreams Reality, shout out to Gillette, shout out to Nate Banks, man.
Yes.
Nate Banks put me on a lot of projects, so shout out to him. That's my big bro. And, shout out to Gillette, one of the lead actors in this movie project, Thomas Freeman. Shout out to Thomas Freeman. My guy Black. I'm actually on my way up New York right now to get with them for this movie, Dreams Reality. Beautiful joint, man. And we're working on this documentary right now too. Spare my children. My uncle been locked up 45 years. My grandma was locked up for a homicide. She overturned the homicide to 10 years. She died trying to get my uncle home. So now, we got some good lawyers on the case, documentary, get him home. You know what I mean? And me and my brother Bill Collector working on a movie right now called Viral, the comedy movie. It's going to be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so first movie myself that I'm putting out, you know what I mean? And Sons of Sin, man, shout out to Slick, man. That shit dope. If you ain't get to see that, man, you missing out, man.
Damn.
Shout out to Slick, man. He motivation all around the board, man.
You're talking directly to me. I want you to know that. When you say you ain't see the movie, you missing out. I didn't
Better get there, man.
He is missing out.
Better get there. Yeah.
So I just want to say, you played your role in that movie. I mean, you really did your thing. And as our oldest cousin says, he was there during the time. He was out there.
Absolutely. So he know that era. He know how them streets was, man.
Kensington too.
Absolutely. You know how them streets was.
Yes. So yeah. How did you get the role?
I got a call from Nate. Nate and Black.
Who Nate?
Nate Banks.
Okay.
I got a call from Nate Banks, man, my big bro, man, and Black. We need you for this movie. Got a good role for you. You're gonna be with Gravy. I said, let's rock. Let's rock. And the movie turned out crazy. Action packed crazy.
I see this shit,
I'm grateful for it, man.
I definitely gotta see this movie, yo. Like, we interviewed Slick, and I know they're working on doing another showing.
Yeah.
Because I'm in Florida. So, you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to fly up for that joint.
Gotta
I
see
really
this movie,
gotta
man.
see this joint, yo. Real shit.
Yeah, that shit
the
fly.
first question I asked my cousin was, like, who was ass in the movie? Like, who acted was ass? Like, keep it a big, because he was like, yo, the movie goodish. I'm like, it's good. I'm like, all right, it's good. Who ain't do it good? He was like, no, bro. Everybody actually did a good job. Yo, I'm like, damn, I got. He said, yeah, you gotta see it.
It's really one of them. I'm not gonna hold you. I got it going down as a classic, man. It's really one of them, man. It's really one of them.
So before I'm gonna say some shit that might get me in trouble, but I'm gonna say
Go
some
ahead.
shit.
I was waiting for it.
So, our oldest cousin Reese a while back wrote a book. It was writing a web series, outline and everything, and he had a good story. My cousin been putting all of these stories on me for a few years now, and it's been taking me a while to get on. When I watched the movie, I said, "Get the fuck out of here." It's like it was all the stories.
Right.
I wrote it down.
He wrote it. I even got it on my Google Drive.
Old Camden,
I
for
got
real.
it on my Google Drive and everything.
Yeah.
You play one of the main characters that he tells me
shit. This is what we was trying. That's what I was trying to get to.
So,
Hurry up and say though.
He about to put you on the
nobody
spot, yo. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
just same place.
this same play.
Influence.
It just confirms
that made that happen.
Yeah, it's nobody stole what's
Because
stolen.
I don't even know them.
Yeah. We're not saying nobody. It's just.
No.
It's just.
It's just history.
It's just a.
It's just history.
It's just a real history.
You win it, and it's like,
Yeah. If you was around, you can't. Ain't no lies when you was around. That's why I say the streets don't lie.
Right,
Listen, one person can tell a story over here, the next person gonna have that. If you that, the streets don't lie.
Right.
So
fucking them up that you sitting.
Yeah, the streets don't lie, man.
So it got me doing a lot of digging.
Too much digging.
Too much digging.
Apparently.
Too much digging to put all the pieces together. And what I say, your character sounds so much like you playing the Philly nigga that's out here getting niggas popped. And I'm like, damn. Shit is wild, man.
Yo, he say to me like, yo.
But that's all I'm gonna say about
he
that.
putting it together. He like, yo, I think Trapbaby playing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah. He like, I'm telling you, yo, he the Philly.
No,
boy.
they told me I
think
was
it's him.
though from the rip.
But listen, he tried to get Slick
Yeah.
to confirm it. Like when they talk, like, yo, and he ain't wanna, you know what I mean? Whatever. He's like, no, cuz I think that's who he playing.
But you will never get us to confirm it. Either.
Right,
Because
right.
if he like me, we not.
Yeah.
I'm
It
listening.
ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it's like this, right? That's journalism. But when we came up, it was just different, man. It was a different code, bro. It was a different. It was like it was an honor to be amongst the men. It was like now it's so fucking trifling, man.
You're allowed to come outside.
Yeah, but if you was amongst the men, then it was an honor. It was a badge of honor to be amongst the men. You know what I mean? We cleaned our blocks. We carried groceries for the elder folks. You know what I mean? It wasn't a woman and kid thing. Everybody couldn't come outside. Everybody couldn't get a gun.
Facts. You listen.
Anybody
you talking
couldn't
about
just get a gun then.
Everybody couldn't hustle.
Everybody, listen, at one point in time, if you came to somebody and said, I want some weight, right? Your money will be took.
Yep.
At one point in time, if you walked into a house and pulled out a gun and you wasn't certified to have it, that shit would be stripped from you.
Yeah, easy.
You know what I mean? And we will make you go to school. We would tell you to go to school, get on that basketball court. It was an honor to be a part of a collective of men.
Right.
You know what I mean? And them men groomed you to be a man at that time. It wasn't about like, I mean, what is it about now? It's a little goofy and watered down now, but like, that's the reason why I said at one point in time, you know, rapping wasn't really my thing. I mean, rapping was like, you know what I mean? I see it. I see the rappers, you know what I mean? And I used to enjoy them. Yo, bro, talk that shit to me and me here. You know what I mean? But
you rapping about me though.
Yeah, but you rapping about me, champ.
Facts.
I mean, you rapping about me, champ. I had them. I mean, them fumes is coming out. Them fumes is coming out the kitchen. You hear me? You know what I mean? We was learning different languages before they were spoken. You hear me?
Wow. Well, I do want to ask you, because we all come up about that time, and unfortunately you do got to go to New York. Can you tell us what's next?
It just uplifting our communities, man. Working with Soup City kids, we work with some of the most talented kids across the country, man. And it's just steer them in a positive direction, get them motivation, give them confidence, show them a different way than we've been showed and led. Movies, managing, I write for a lot of people. doing music myself. I'm acting and you know, just opening up more companies and businesses, man, LLCs, man. And I mean, leading by example, most of all. You know what I mean? And moving fearless, you know what I mean? And most of all, maintaining self. You know what I mean? Maintaining self in relationship with the Most High. You know what I mean? And staying blessed.
Facts.
Is there anything that you wanted to ask me?
Yeah. Yeah. How old are you, bro?
39.
39. Right. Real smart, dude. I could tell.
You could
You
tell.
went through a lot.
A genuine article.
Yeah, I seen it.
You know what I mean?
Doors, like,
Yeah, I came up at a good time, man. I came up under some good foods.
yeah,
Facts.
well,
Like
You know what I mean?
there's some
And they ain't
good
knowing
old
you was in you.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you
Man,
came
you
up
had-
under my generation.
Yeah, you had to walk in it.
You had to.
You had to.
Had no choice.
It was the proving
Everything you
grounds.
said,
Yeah.
It was the proving grounds.
I told my brand about it, Kensington.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah.
It was the proving grounds.
Listen, I spent a year in Kensington.
Yeah.
That experience in itself, because I'm from Uptown.
I've been down there since the
I wrote
90s.
about Kensington too. Clarence Street, Tioga, right there.
Yeah, that's from Stoughton Street to D in Cambria to D in Westmoreland. I mean, when we start talking about blocks like D in Westmoreland, we start talking about
I used to go
Yeah.
get wet
I know
down
the
there.
block.
yeah. I am the first person that came out D in Westmoreland.
That's close.
Yeah, D in Westmoreland wouldn't be D in Westmoreland without my hands.
D in Westmoreland. If
Wouldn't
you know,
be D in Westmoreland
you know.
without my hands. Period.
Yeah.
G Street, A Street,
A Street.
A Street,
Yeah. Yup.
Water
You already
Street.
lived
Water
this, so you
Street.
ain't gotta touch
Yeah.
it. You know?
Right.
No, I don't have
Touch it.
to.
You already lived it.
Cornwall Street.
Right.
You know what I
Cornwall
mean?
Street.
Afro Cornwall. When you talk about Afro Cornwall, I got 612 on my back with a gorilla. That's my block. You know. So yeah, well, you live this shit, man. But at one time, you really had to prove it. You really had to be that guy. You know what I mean? Them stripes come the hard way. But it ain't that.
Right.
It ain't that at all. It was a ploy. You know what I mean? The government did their jobs in an amazing way. And if any man read Before the Mayflower, any man read The Making of a Slave, the same way you read 48 Laws of Power, the same way you read The Art of Seduction, the same way you read The Art of War, you read Before the Mayflower, you read The Making of a Slave.
Reading is fundamental.
Yeah, you read them stories because them stories is what made us today. That got us out here moving like the way we move, and that got us out here stripping us from our, our spiritual beings. You know what I mean? It was a ploy.
In our own family. Like
Absolutely. Broke us apart.
28, of Republicans in 1863 that's related to us. Like, I do that. So when I do that, they be like, well, if you could do that. But nah, it's just I'm there because I need to know where we came from, where I come from.
If you know where you come from, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
How I always bounce back, no matter what happened. And I see it right there.
It's in our genetic line.
Word.
Real shit.
It's in our genetic line. That's the reason why they had to come up with different strategies to strip us from it. Because if you let us gain too much momentum,
Forget about it.
we are the first kings.
Yeah.
If you let
Of course.
if you let these kings gain too much momentum, the kingdom ain't gonna look the same, is it? That's why you gotta hold them back. You can't let them know how strong they is. You gotta confuse them, and it's our job to wake them up.
Like you said, giving them too much power.
No, it's our job to give each other power. I was just telling my nephew this last night, man. I'm gonna feed you power. Most people are intimidated by power. I'm gonna feed you power. I want to see you strong.
Not negativity.
No, I want to see you strong. I want to see you stand on your feet strong. I want to see you stand on your legs strong.
I got one more question for you before we let you go, Trapbaby. You gave a lot of gems and a lot of jewels throughout this joint. You know what I'm saying? What's the best piece of advice that you received?
Good question.
Pray.
He finished. He got me wanting to walk off.
Not
Leave now.
but that's real shit. Prayer changes things.
Yeah, you can tell who ain't close to God.
Well, listen, this was a really dope interview. We appreciate you, OTH.
We bringing him back.
I appreciate, my big cousin jumping on for a couple minutes. Appreciate that. Appreciate just everyone being here, even the people that's
You appreciate me
sitting out
here.
there too.
Well, he just here.
He just here.
He just here.
I can't wait to get you to the airport tomorrow. Listen, we doing a roll and stop, tuck and roll.
No, I'm coming back when you come back.
No bullshit.
I'm coming back and build with you.
No bullshit. Anytime, man.
I'm your host, Adele.
And I'm your boy James, aka Ralph's favorite.
Trapbaby OTH. You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Big cuz.
Big Cuz. You can find
Cuz.
OGMA. You can find them on Facebook and IG as well.
10K clothing.
Let's go. Yeah. And that wraps up Opposing Perspectives. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, IG, Twitter. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button.
Hit that notification bell.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I had to jump in.
Let's get some flicks.
I was talking trash earlier about you.
Always a pleasure, man.